Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. And I'm here this evening to do an elements reading for all the elements: earth, air, water, and fire, in that order. And it is right now 12:04 or 5. I can't see without my glasses. A.M. So happy Samhain and happy Halloween. So I thought it would be fun to just do this. There's no way I can do 12 readings in one night. It would never happen. So I thought, what am I going to do? Because I just want to make this kind of like a Samhain and Halloween special, you might say, by doing the elements. So we all get done at the same time. We just crested midnight. And it is right now October the 31st. Yes, just past midnight. All right. So I'm going to do, this is for the month of October, or November. I am sorry. The month of November. And so I'm going to do as if I was doing you all individually. You know, there'll be a 5-card spread that I would normally do for the monthlies, for the earth signs, and then another 5-card spread and so on. What I have done, I've taken a little bit of liberty here, and I'm introducing tonight a brand new deck, and I'm just going to use these tonight for the significator for the overall readings. And I'm going to be using the Green Witch Tarot from Anne Mora, or Mora, not sure. And the illustrator is, oh dear, the illustrator is Carrie Ostergaard Leonard. Is who it is. This is a gorgeous deck. It's just beautiful. I haven't even used them yet. This is the first time. It's here, right now, kind of thing. If I feel pulled to go to the book, I'll go to the book, the little handy guide, and whatnot. So let's get on with your spread. And this is for the very first element, which is earth. This is a general reading for anybody that's new, which may or may not resonate with you in a personal way. And this is for Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Even still, check out your moon signs and your rising signs through the other videos, and take those in as well, so you get a bigger overall view of what's going on for you. Narrows it down a little bit more. This is a lot easier on me. One video as opposed to 12. Although I enjoy doing them, there's 60 plus hours of work involved before they're done and ready to post. That's a lot, and it's like I go on a marathon. Is what I do. It's just a marathon for about 3 days. I can do them in 3 days. So, because I get tired and drained very, very easily, and I can't read if I'm drained. If I'm tired, I just can't do it. I need to be reasonably relaxed, refreshed, that kind of a thing. Here's your cards. All right, so this is a 5-card spread, and this is for Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And here we go. Your overall energy is the Chariot movement. This is for the month of November 2017. Card number 2, your finances and wealth, Ace of Wands, and its growth. What a great card to have fall into that space. A little bit of ash or something there. I don't want to wreck my cards. All right, card number 3 is hearth, home, love, anything to do with love. Interesting. Very interesting. 9 of Wands. It's all about defense. I would have loved to have done this reading outside tonight, like the last elements reading that I did out in the yard with the campfire going. But with the winds out there at 50, 60, and 70 clicks, no, it's not a wise idea to have a campfire. The challenges for you guys for November is the Queen of Cups. She represents sensitivity. And your message from Spirit, your 5th and final card, is the Queen of Wands, and she represents passion. There's a lot of this going on right now. People starting to wake up and follow their passions and prioritize what it takes to fulfill them within. There just seems to be a lot of that coming up, and I'm feeling that a lot as well. And as one of the members reminded me today, because there was a lot of channeling going on within my group, Bay of Funny Fortunes on Facebook, I pull a card for the day and I put the generic meaning, and then I do my own intuitive reading. And it was blowing me away. And then Patty Valinsky, thank you, Patty, reminded me very quickly. She said the veil has thinned. And I went, oh my gosh, that's what's going on. I forgot. So I said, I've got to do an element reading. I got to get everybody in one evening. All right. So for you earth signs, your overall energy is the Chariot. It's all about movement in every way, shape, and form that you can think of. So when this card, yes, it is. It's literal. Things are moving forward. You're moving forward, but there are other aspects that come into play with these kind of moves in our lives. This is going to be, you're going to make some progress through the month of November, and it's going to be some serious progress in a good way. It's really going to count for something. There's nothing wrong with any of that. That's all really wonderful stuff. For some of you, there could be some travel involved as well, connected to your job. There could be movement in that area. Movement, it's pretty simple, and it's pretty much common sense. It's movement in any area where you want or need to see grow. All right, in anything at all. Anything that applies to you and you want to see growth. You know, from your hair to your nails. No, I'm joking. Jobs, relationships, literal moving of the home, this kind of thing, and growth and going forward in you know, if you're a skilled person, spirituality is another one. Growth in spirituality, moving forward, moving up. No holds barred anymore. The gates have been lifted, the doors have been kicked open, the track has been laid, and there you go. It's pretty fast moving usually when this card shows up. So there's going to be a lot of change coming for you in November from what I can see for you earth signs. This card always brings this up, and I just say it for fun, the literal meaning, because I note my cards for guidelines, right? Then my intuition always comes in. It always overrides the card, no matter what the card is. But this always does come to the forefront, and I put it out for fun, that somebody during the month of November is going to be buying a brand new vehicle, or a new-to-you vehicle. Damn, I wish I was you guys. I could use that. Hope it shows up in mine, maybe. It's going to help you keep things more organized, easier to get around. You're going to see this as an investment. Buying a new vehicle, it is really going to make your workload a lot smoother. You're going to be more literally and figuratively by having a newer vehicle in the driver's seat of what's going on here. What it is for you, what's moving, whether it's the job or something along those lines. But you're going to have everything that you need to keep your show on the road. You just have to be mindful of your ego. Don't step on people's toes. Don't offend people. Keep yourself together, but be considerate. These things come out with this card. The advice of the card is this is the time to get active and move forward with any plans that you have. And again, it reiterates, or I reiterate it, is watch your ego when it's needed. Okay, you need to remain sensitive to the realm that is your life, and that includes the people in it. Move forward with all your plans as well. Enjoy this time of power and this time of motivation. You're going to have a really good month. I can see that right now. Your keywords are determination, will, progress, power, friction, just to keep it real, guidance, and protection. And that's your overall energy for this card, for this month. the month. I'm going to keep saying October. I know I am. Oh, and there's the back of, I'll just show you the back of your significator of the Green Witch. What a beautiful deck. Very heavily relatable to nature. That's why I bought these cards and ordered them, because not just the artistry, which is mind-blowingly beautiful. I appreciate things that are good like this, and I appreciate the work that would have been involved. But I got them for that reason. So, because of the closeness to nature and all the natural elements in the world, so it's perfect for this reading. So oh, look at this. Ace of Wands, Earth signs, right in your financial sector. How you like them apples, huh? This is the creative ace. And all things, it's kind of like your last card. There's a lot of passion involved with this card when it shows up. And it is, well, who isn't passionate about making more money, right? Or making their money grow, or making their money work for them. That's basically what this whole card is related to, in the placement that it is under your finances. Projects, work, ideas, plans are going to take off now for a lot of you. Communications are going to go well. You're also encouraged to share your visions with others. You never know who's going to want to get on board, whose interest that you might capture, who could end up being a really big plus for some of you. What you're going to remember. This is a general reading, please. This card also shows up, and I love this about this card. If you've got plans, and you got a lot of what ifs going on, and you're going, I know I could make some money this way, and you've got these little plans, all the possible ways of making extra money in the bigger picture to attain a certain goal. You're asking and you're wondering how much of it. I've got to pick one. Well, maybe you could pick two. For some of you, different ways to go. These plans that you have drawn up. You're going around the board doing the pros, the cons. Where do I invest myself, my time, my energy, and my money? And here's the thing. Once you get zeroed in, this card is here to guarantee that whatever plans that you're wondering about, the ones that you're pulled to the most, am I right? Am I picking the right one? Is this the way to go? This card here is here to tell you yes. Yes, it is. All right, so you can be reassured there. If you identify with this card and you feel you're really feeling a pull out of it, Spirit is telling you to foster your intuition, which will strengthen your spiritual beliefs. This is going to bring on some new beginnings for a few of you, new journeys, adventures, sometimes fertility, but not necessarily in the pregnancy way. This is fertility as in, well, it's growth. That's what it is. The advice of the card is now's the time to step into your power, invent, talk, create, and whatever you say now to anybody during the month of November, everything's going to come with a little bit more ease. People are more open to you. They're listening to you. They're interested in you. Therefore, everything is going to come. But people, everywhere you go and everything you talk about, especially if there's a motivation behind the visits or the people that you're seeing, everything will go well. A lot better than what you expect they would. But they are going to go well. Your keywords are beginnings and intuition, adventure, ideas, creativity, success, and again, the word fertility comes from the card. So a lot of growth in the financial sector. There's a lot of focus going on there too. I'm sensing and picking up on that. For some of you, your focus is, I just heard somebody's panicking about Christmas and where's the money coming from? And I have to find a way to make money for Christmas, because you want to have a good Christmas and you want to give and treat and care for the people in your life. This is weighing heavily on somebody's mind, okay? Because there have been maybe some changes over the past year since last Christmas. I know this is on November, but it is what it is. So, yeah, for some of you, it is business plans. I just heard seeking independence financially, working on your own with no boss. The only bosses may be the bank, who you have to answer to from time to time. All right, so in your hearth and your home, and I just heard, and it's related to this very next card. Not everybody isn't that the way, just keeping it as real as I'm hearing teeth gritting, that kind of thing. Anger, holding on to the temper because everything is perfect for somebody out there. When it comes to making more money, I mean, your first two cards are moving forward, plans taking off, going somewhere, growth. And then you have the actual card of growth, which is the Ace of Wands right on top of that. So yes, there's a lot, but it's like perfect in every way. And it's easy, almost too easy. And then lo and behold, there's one person. And this person is very, very close to you in your life. They are one of your major humans, you might say, that are in your daily life. And just a little moth there, can you imagine? Here we are at the end of October and there's still bugs about. But this person, it's like you want to strangle them. It's like, why are you being the one and only sore spot in all of my plans? I'm ready to roll. I have the votes of confidence from everybody. And you're one of the closest people to me, and you're putting up a stink. And I could see that for somebody out there, okay? So there's always got to be something to keep, to keep it real. I'm not sure why that's happening, why somebody is really giving you the gears about this, trying to get you to change your mind, feeling very defensive, such as this card. So this is, of course, wands and it's the fire signs, right? This could be a fire sign, very much so. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And they're making you feel very defensive, and the card fits. It really, really does. It fits right in. It's amazing, really. This card comes up and it sees you, and Tarot and Spirit are saying it sees you fully exerting yourself. You've been really giving a big part of you to this. November's going to be a really big month for you. You're feeling highly protective of your job, of the work that you do. And just overall, you could find yourself feeling defensive and defending everything that you do and your actions. Ask yourself if you're holding on to maybe some things a little bit too tight, because tarot brings that to the forefront that you might be afraid. There might be something there that you're holding on to too tight. And there's such a thing as, ruining your own good time. There's a possibility in there for some of you as well. You do this self-sabotage. You work really, really, really hard. You give it 150%. And just when you're at the finishing line, you pull back. Now, why would you do that? Huh? Why would you do that? Stop and ask yourself why you do these things. I'm feeling this and hearing. I'm actually seeing this and I'm hearing this for somebody. All right? Self-sabotage. Afraid of the change that being victorious can bring to accomplishing a goal, getting to the finish line. And there's a bit of fear of the unknown. That's part of it right there. At least here I know what I have. I know who I am. I know where I am. I know what I'm doing. But there's something else that drives you. There's the point. You brought yourself this far for a reason. And maybe you need to analyze that and talk to yourself a little bit. You're feeling too, for some of you are feeling in a constant need for diligence, constant diligence. And after a while, I'm hearing OCD. Somebody's got OCD. When they start to worry about something or they get something planted in their head. And this applies to what we've been talking about. Making changes, moves in your life, making more money, moving forward, this kind of thing. And it's highly important to somebody, but they have OCD, very bad, obsessive compulsive disorder. And when they get something stuck in their head, such as situations like this, they can't let go, and they become over diligent, and they become exhausted. And this diligence becomes a habit, and you hate it, but you can't stop yourself, because nothing feels right unless you're watching it and controlling it every second of every minute of the day. Always on it, which is exhausting and very draining. That could spill over into other areas of your life. Well, not could, but because it would. But this is more of a habit than a free choice. And you're no longer really in control, are you? You think I'm in full control at this point? Really, in the bigger picture, you're not at all. Because it's all about control, and there's no need of that. You still need to live your life and find a balance there. The advice of the card is protect what is yours, but free up your thinking and create some mental space for your future. Right up here. All right? A bucket list, goals, whatever. Get your focus off of this thing that's 24/7. You're going to drive yourself insane, for heaven's sakes. Your keywords are determination and sacrifice, challenges, hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear. There's a lot of that. The rigidity and fear is that constant diligence. Okay. Your challenges for the month of November. I can't even believe I'm saying that, November. Oh my gosh. To me, it just blows my mind. I just can't. And it's still very summer-like here through the daytime temperatures, which is unusual for us, especially this part of the world up here in Canada. We're known for our real severe winters, long dark days. But anyway, Queen of Cups and sensitivity. And this is your challenges, all right? These are your challenges for the month of November. So when this card shows up, she's a really good card. She's all about sensitivity. She's about warmth. She's a very, and maybe you'll notice yourself or recognize yourself. Why not, right? Earth signs. Somebody that's very soft and very gentle. They never raise their voice. They never really get real upset about stuff. They don't lose their cool. They're always together. They're always calm. They don't see anything in life that they have to get all up in arms about. This is somebody, like, I don't know if you guys are recognizing yourselves with that, or you know somebody like that in your life. But she offers calm. She offers sensibility. She offers logic. She could be a friend, or somebody that you work with, or a family member as well. Is somebody that represents love in your life in one form or another. She represents love. Relationships can come to the forefront, so can children at this time. She's also showing up to tell somebody, or some of you, that you're now ready for a new love. For those of you that didn't believe it, now you're ready for a new love. The advice of this card is to tune into your nurturing side. And in decision making, use your intelligent side. It's going to be your best guide. Remove emotionality, even though it's a very emotional card. It's all about emotions. Keywords are nurturing, love, values, sympathy, protection, emotion. It's going to be, I never said it wasn't going to be an emotional month for you guys. It's actually going to be extremely emotional. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. You guys got a busy, I see busy. That's what I see for you earth signs. Your last card in this 5-card spread is the Queen of Wands, and I'm glad that she's here because she represents passion. If you have no passion for anything, you're the walking dead. That's what you are. You have to be passionate about something. We don't all have to be really good at everything we're passionate about. As long as something gets your motor running, get your blood pulsing through your veins, you know. laughing so hard or singing so loud that you're going to give yourself a headache, and you already know that, but you're going to do it anyway because it's a wonderful thing. Um, passion, passion always grows when you foster it. It blooms. It's a beautiful thing. We are 12:30. So when this card shows up, all right, she brings passion, dynamism. She's talkative. She leads by example. She inspires others through her own beliefs and her own works, and wants to to see others fulfill their potential. This is a woman of support. All right, there's just a lot. She's extremely supportive, and she's a type that when you need a little encouragement, she's the one that you would go to, because she's the one that can. She has a way of fostering that in you and making you see what she can see in you. And it's the passion, and she sees where you can grow, and she sees what it is that gives you that inner light. So she's going to be completely supportive. If you have nobody else and you have her, then you're going to do just fine. In relationships, she does speak to the heart, and communication is very, very vital to her. And that's how you might know her. This could be you. Also, very frustrated with those who are closed off from their emotions. And if you see it yourself as this is the you card for you, so says Spirit, now it's time for you to explore your passions. Anything that lights that fire. Life is too short. It's just that simple. Especially if what you like to do is something, is your passion is something physical, can be really good for your health, but if all you do is sit and dream about it but never actually do it, when the day comes when you actually want to do it, you're not going to be able to. I'm just hearing that for somebody. I have no idea who. But yes, you need to explore your passion. So says Tarot through the advice from this card. Look to unconventional people in new places and follow your intuition is very strong through the month of November as it is. Your keywords are enthusiasm, leadership, creativity, intuition, strength, relationships, and integrity. All right. And the card that I pulled for your overall significator is the Seven of Cups. She's a beauty. This card shows up. It's a great card for to represent decisions that have to be made. And the card is here to tell you to be very careful about the choices that you're going to make. Because for some of you, your choices could have a long reach and far off into the future. Maybe something you're going to have to live with for a while. So not a while, but a long, long time. So you better be sure what it is that you want when you make these decisions that you have to make. Choose very, very carefully. There's a lot of opportunities coming your way as well for some of you. Follow your passions again. Again, it's the same thing. Follow your passions once again. And look really good and hard at any opportunities that may come your way. Seriously consider them. Don't turn them down. Play with them until you've made the right decision. Well, I don't know what you guys thought about that there. But that was the reading for the earth elements of Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. All right, so the next element that we're going to check out here is for the sign, the element of air, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And this is for the air elements, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. These are your cards. Very first card in your overall energy for the month of November earth sign or air signs. The Eight of Cups, change. Your overall energy. Your finances and wealth. The Five of Wands, it represents competition in your finances and wealth. Your hearth, your home, love, anything close to your heart. Lovely. Ten of Pentacles represents luck. And your challenges for November is the Three of Swords. It's the heartbreak card of tarot. It is heartache. Your message from Spirit. Whoops, I got two. Ten of Wands, responsibility. And at the very end, I will pull one significator from the Green Witch Tarot for the overall reading. All right. Very first card, your overall energy, Eight of Cups, brings about a lot of change. For some of you, please remember this is a general reading, all right? For some of you out there, this tarot is speaking to you as well, Spirit, that for some of you, now is the time to take your leave and move on. Pick up, pack up, pick up, and go. That's what I'm hearing. For some of you, that this is resonating with, you've had this in the works for a while. It's been planned for a while. And now the time has come. It is the time to do it. You have already, the people that matter the most to you are the ones that have been privy to these plans of yours. Everybody else on the outside, there's really no big love loss. There's no tears being shed here. But there's going to be overall very, very little drama that you're going to have to deal with due to your departure. There won't be people wailing in the streets and causing a scene or getting upset with you, or there'll be none of that. It'll be very quiet exit into some away from this and into something else. There's a journey ahead for some. A change of scenery for others. It could be vacations or short trips away as well. That could be, I can't even talk, that could be coming up in the month of November. Oh, my goodness. The advice is, it's very simple and it's very straightforward. You need to follow your heart and move forward. You need to do what's right for you. You need to answer that calling. Some of you are going to be receiving, and you have been receiving, and you've been sitting on it, and you've been holding back. Not anymore. Things are going to start to move ahead in November. Your keywords are endings, departures, journey, movement, transition. Vacation, finances will come to the forefront as well. All right. Big changes coming up. I just see somebody leaving. Just pack. I see somebody packing very lightly with just a knapsack as well, a canvas one. Light brown, kind of goldish, brownish, tannish colored. A young man, and he's leaving. Your finances and wealth. Five of Wands, competition. So some of you, obviously, just with common sense right off, what's coming off of this is some of you are just getting back into the workforce. You're finding out that's a lot more competitive nowadays than it was back in your day. Put it that way. You've been out of the workforce for a while. This is probably mainly aimed at the female sector that have been homemakers and let her passions and desires for living outside of her family, she's let them go off to the wayside to take care of her family and her children and to hold down the homestead. And some of you are coming back into the workforce and you're finding out that, yeah, and you're asking yourself and wondering, do I have what it takes to do this now? So competitive that it's intimidating at times and a little bit overwhelming. And for some may chase you back home, screaming and crying, I can't do this. But competitions and tests are highlighted with this card. The card is also suggesting to not become overwhelmed by the opinions of other people. Children can be demanding in families at this time. And even you're not being, here's the thing, you're not really being heard right now. At home or at work, it's like you have to yell over everything, everybody, or do something to get attention so that people will listen. And even when they do, they're still not listening. They just stop because you garnered their attention. And then they go right back to what they were talking about. What you said didn't matter anyway. That's how it feels for some of you. The being ignored, not being, you're feeling a little disrespected by some areas of your life. The month of November as well. There could be some money-making ventures. You may be working harder. That's what I'm saying. You're going to make more money, but you're going to be working harder. It's just that simple. And November, with the holiday seasons that'll be coming up very shortly for some, it's going to get real busy. It's going to be real tight. It's going to get busy. There's going to be a lot of things going on. It's just going to seem like the days are becoming shorter because you're busier. The time's flying by quicker. A lot of emails and phone calls and text messaging and meetings and errands. And it's just like you feeling like from the minute your feet hit the floor in the morning until you go to bed at night, and you're going to bed earlier and earlier because you're exhausted. And it's just full and it's busy and it's dizzying. For some of you, it's going to feel that way. You're just going to feel like, too, at times at the worst of it, at the highlight of it all, that you're being pulled in two different directions all at the same time. So it's going to get a bit crazy. It's going to be almost comedic, though. You're not going to get really angry about it or upset about it or bothered about it. You're going to find it quite funny, the way everything is working out. So I feel like I got a bug or something in my eye. Don't think I do. Jeez. What that was all about. No hair in the glasses. Oh, come on, you're kidding me. Sorry guys, but this is driving me. It's driving me crazy. There we go. Whatever it was, I got it. I couldn't see it. But yeah, so the advice of this card is to be one way for you to catch your breath and slow things down a bit. Don't be so quick to jump into everything that you see that's going on around you. Become more of an observer. Get quiet. Hold back. You know, if there's a room full of people, everybody's doing something, they're all talking, they're all interacting, stand back and watch it all. Just stand back and watch it all. If you're needed, you're right there. Nobody's going to really miss you, but you're not drawing attention to yourself either. These are the moments that you have a respite. You just hold on. You take your deep breaths. You slow down for a minute. And you slow everything down inside of you, inside your head, so that you don't get overwhelmed. But if anybody needs your help, you're right there. You're right there too. You can look like you're busy, but become an observer and become quiet. Your keywords with this card, you need to watch for this, is posturing is right off the card, all right? Posturing, ego, pride, debates, test, opinions, communications, overload. All right, there's going to be a lot going on, but it's all revolving around moolah, okay? Money, 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 money. There's the thing, if I'm hearing it again, if you want to move ahead financially, it's going to take some work. It's going to be crazy for a while. I'm hearing, like from the first card, a change. And it's going to take a while to settle into that change where everything seems normal and like at a normal pace for you. It's going to take a little while. All right? I don't see failure. I just see crazy busy. But maybe it's one of those situations too where you're going to be looking crazy busy and getting absolutely nothing done, because that happens as well. You may have that feeling for some of you that I'm not getting anywhere. That could happen. Oh, no. I'm so dry. That's my tea. Okay, in the hearth and the home, it's a really good card. 10 of Pentacles is, again, connected with money here. Good luck is on the way when this card has showed up. You're going to be celebrating a windfall or an unexpected financial bonus. That's just for some of you. Remember, this is general reading, and no, I don't know where the money's coming from or who's giving it to you. If I knew, I would bring that forward and I would tell you, but I don't. It's never happened yet. There could be an unexpected financial bonus for somebody out there as well. And you're just going to be feeling like, and Tarot is suggesting, just appreciate the stability that this is going to bring to your life. And it is going to bring it for a few of you. A family gathering could be in the cards soon as well. So says Tarot. Something's going to turn around for somebody out there. And it's going to be a huge improvement in your life. And you're going to be feeling like, I don't want anything to ruin this, is what I'm hearing. For somebody, you're going to be feeling, I don't want anything to ruin this. This is wonderful. It's incredible. It's beautiful. It's happy. It's joyful. I don't want anything to ruin this. Whatever this is, there's been some kind of a change for the better in your life, and you don't want anything ruining it. For those of the people that are just on the outskirts, they just skim your outer personal life that you might be on the outs with, or there may be some noses out of joint, or there may be some arguments ongoing. You're going to want to smooth those things over. They don't matter to you anymore. You really don't care. You want them out of the picture completely. You don't want anything marring up what this great moment is going to be for you, and the possibilities that lie ahead with it as well. You're going to be feeling a lot of the support of your relatives and your closest friends as well. Friends that you treat as family. In relationships, the card predicts families being joined in love. So there could be some intermingling going on, some engagements, this sort of thing going on that affects the whole family. Is what it does. It changes the dynamics of the family just a little bit. There's a bit of a shift. Somebody new coming into the picture. Feelings are going to be declared by some, and commitment will follow. That's beautiful. It's all in the best of ways. There could be somebody moving in together and cohabitating as well. Not going through with the whole marriage ceremony as of yet. But they're doing the cohabitating thing, the common law thing. The advice of the card is to appreciate the bonds that you share with those that you share them with. Just stop and take the time. It's what I'm hearing overall is don't get so caught up in everything, but this is all close to home stuff. And stop and take the time to appreciate those little things. That really, the stuff that makes life worthwhile every day. And say, yeah, this is kind of, you could be sitting around watching TV with the family or whatever, and you could have your moment then. It could be, yeah, this is the stuff that matters. This is kind of nice. I kind of like this. This is kind of nice. And you feel appreciative of it. It does wonders for your life. It really does. The universe picks up on all that stuff. So, make sure to do that. That's really coming strong off the card. Just appreciate the bonds that you share with others and the love that comes with it and the joy that comes with that. And your keywords are family, celebration, generosity, money, and completion. All right, that's a great card. So, okay, so we're getting into your challenges. This is the Heartbreak card of the Tarot. It is a Three of Swords, and it represents heartache. Okay. This card brings about a transient change for somebody. You've already gone through this. I'm not predicting any deaths or anything like that. This is somebody that's already hurting. This has already happened to you. But there is a transient change. Whatever's happened is changing your whole life. Your life, you don't even recognize it. Because it was like almost like an overnight change, I'm hearing. Like if it was through a death, the death was sudden, which completely changed the dynamics of your own life. And yeah, for others, this could be due to breakups, sudden breakups, due to affairs and disappointments. The only good thing, so says Tarot, to be good about this is that the good side is that the truth is out in the open. There's no second guessing anything. The truth is out in the open. It is what it is, what it is, whether you want to hear it, whether you want to realize it. Because sometimes we think we want to know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And then when the truth comes out, what do you think happens? Ah, la, 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 la. I don't want to hear it. It's too much already. You've just started and it's way too much. These kind of situations can bring about a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear, so says Tarot. The advice is to see the truth, feel the pain. This has all happened for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. And I'm definitely getting that right now for somebody. You need to allow yourself to grow through the pain. You need to go. You need to allow it to come out. You don't leave it in there festering. It's going to find a way out eventually, and it's best if it happens sooner than later. That's just the way life works. You know, it's not a pity party. Allow yourself to grieve. If you've gone through a breakup, if you've gone through a death, allow this to continue to happen. You know what? Until you just get tired. Because you will. You'll get tired of feeling that way. And it'll change a little bit every day, every day, every day. But allow yourself, because it's healthy for you to do that. The advice of this card is to see the truth, to feel the pain. This has happened for a reason. Keywords are heartbreak, sorrow, betrayal, loss, affairs, breakup, and tears. These are going to be your challenges that you have to get through for the month of November. Very sorry about that. 10 of Wands, responsibility. This is your message from Spirit. This is the overwhelm. So you got the heartbreak card of the tarot. Now you got the overwhelm card of the tarot. So please remember, it's not for everybody that's viewing the video. This is general. May not mean anything to you at all. It may never turn out to mean anything like this. But for those of you going through this big transition in your life, it feels like there's too much to think about. A lot of pressure at home, a lot of pressure on the job. For some of you, you're getting way too involved with the details of a situation, and you're not seeing the bigger picture. And what you need to do is to see the bigger picture. There's something going on there for somebody. Going through the details, you're nitpicking. There's no point to this situation. Yeah, details are important a lot of the times, but again, did I have it this reading or the first one? OCD coming out again. I'm picking that up. That there's some OCD. You need to know every little detail behind every little thing, and it drives not just everybody around you crazy. You drive yourself crazy. You need to learn to work with that and to lighten up a little bit. You really do. You know, there's medication. People are treated for OCDs and this kind of thing. It may be something for you to think about. Talk to your doctor about if you identify with this reading. For somebody out there, what you're experiencing is there's one person that's taking all your energy up. And you got no time for yourself, is how it feels lately. You have no time to figure out what your own needs are, to even contemplate your own needs, because there's somebody there in your face. Oh my gosh, I know people like that, or I've known them. I don't really know anybody like that now, I don't think. But I've known people like that. They just suck everything right out of you. They take up every spare, what they figure you have for spare time, they'll take it up. And they'll monopolize you and realize to hear themselves think more than it is anything at all. They're that type of people. They're just kind of shallow. You know, you need to focus on your own needs. Okay, so the advice of the card is to set boundaries, all right, to reduce your stress. Learn to say no to some people. You're going to have to do that. You're the only one that can do it. You need to do that. Your keywords are burdens, overload, confusion, exhaustion, blocks, priorities, and pressure. You need to get your priorities in order. You need to start with you before you can be any damn good to anybody else. And that's just the way life is. If you're not good to yourself, you can't be good. You know, it's the same thing for me. I go through and there's little things I do for myself every single day. It's to make me feel better. And it does. And I feel like I've actually accomplished something when I'm doing something good for me. But anyways, we got your significator here for the overall reading. And this is your Three of Pentacles. This is for you air signs. This card comes about celebrity, I can't even say it. Celebrityism comes to the forefront for you. Look at the artwork on this. This is so pretty. It's just gorgeous. Somebody out there, your work is about to be rewarded for something. This could be through artistic talents. There's a lot of support out there. This card can also bring about pregnancy for some as well. So, but rewards, this card, it's going to be popping up somewhere. And this could be self-reward, what we just spoke about, putting ourselves first and our own needs first, so that we can be a better service, better help, just a better presence in everybody else's life that surrounds ours. So this is all about, you got to take care of yourself in November. It's something for you to think about. Anyway, I hope that this reading resonated with you, and I hope it meant something to you. So on to the next element, which is the element of water. No, I don't wanna. All right, I'll be right here. Okay, Cancer. I'm not saying a word. This is for Cancer. Oh, Cancer, what am I doing? See, I got tunnel vision. I'm sorry. This is for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm sorry. I do that almost every time I do an element reading. I get zoned right in for Cancer. Because it's me. I don't mean to do that. This is for Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, the water element. Sorry about that, guys. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, the water element. Element of water. These are your cards. Water elements. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, overall energy in this reading. Doesn't surprise me now when it comes to me anyway. The Hermit, contemplation, financial, wealth. Yes. The world, regeneration, falling into your financial sector. That's a good one. Great spot for it. Card number 3. Why did you have to show up? The vortex falls into your hearth, your home, anything that you love. Temptation. Your challenges, activity, the Knight of Wands for the month of November. Water signs. Your message from Spirit. 5 of Cups. Sadness. I don't like it any more than you do, so don't get mad at me. Okay. Oh my gosh. The Hermit. I kind of like the Hermit. When he pops up in a reading, um, everything seems to go like it's going along, and it goes, shoo. Everything slows down. This card shows a lot of self-reflection, reflecting from the past as well, things coming back, reflecting over situations, a lot of inner reflecting going on. Quiet time is needed, and it's very important for some of you water signs. So says tarot, somebody may need to study or contemplate on a certain, it's a need that needs to be studied and contemplated, whatever that means. For some, you may need to spend time alone now to process what has happened recently. If you've been through a happening situation, quiet time is needed to reflect on that and to process it. Whatever it is, it's not something that you can think about and go, yeah, okay, that's that, boom. This is something that's going to be, it's going to be a process. And then to allow yourself to heal, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's something that's gone on, but it's recent. This may become a welcome retreat, or you know, for some of you may feel lonely, but under the Hermit's influence, know that you're being guided by your inner light, and you won't be alone forever. This isn't forever or anything like that. You should also distance yourself from people that are overwhelming you, overwhelming relationships. Again, be careful of that. The advice of the card is to embrace this time to be alone. Contemplation and healing are needed to find the answers that you seek, and you'll only find those answers that you're seeking if you know yourself on a deeper level. Your keywords are thought, retreat, travel, inner journey, solitude, seclusion, and protection. Pretty heavy card for the overall energy for November. For some of you, could be catching your breath. For some of you, you're craving the inactivity. You want to be alone. You want things to slow down. What keeps coming to mind here is somebody that's been through something recently. It's not me. It doesn't apply to me. It doesn't resonate at all. But something that's happened. Somebody's had a big happening in their life. It's not been very good. Where are these bugs coming from? Temperature must be going up again. I do like this card, though, in the financial sector. The world and regeneration. In your finances and your wealth. It's a beauty of a card to get. Regeneration, renewal, finding success, celebrating achievements are just a few of the things that come right off the top of the card. A reward may be coming for all your efforts. Somebody wanting to recognize you for everything, whatever it is that you do, whoever you do it for. Somebody is feeling a deep appreciation, and they want to acknowledge what it is that you bring into them, and how you, I don't know what that is, how you affect their life. Like you're almost the cookie cutter for somebody else's. Like they want to be like you. They want to be more like you. You're a mentor. That's the word I'm looking for. You're a mentor to this person, whether you realize it or not. You're a mentor. That could be coming to the forefront. They want to do something for you, give you something, do something for you, to say thank you. Okay. This card also brings forth the completion of a phase, the meeting of a target or a goal, finalizing a house move or a project for some. A relationship landmark for others. It could be an anniversary coming up or the renewing of vows even. And opportunities to travel to new places. And if you're single, you may, if you go traveling on these new places, there could be some romantic adventures in store for you as well. Bring home a lot of memories after that, I'm sure. The advice: celebrate what you have achieved and embrace the opportunities. You're going to be coming into a period of energy and motivation, and it's going to feel, because it's falling in the financial sector, it's going to feel, as far as the practical things in life, like the wands, these areas of your life, the practical things, your bank account, your job, your home, car, vehicle, the meetings, groups, anything that's practical in your life is going to be picking up and moving on in a really, like, in a way you haven't seen in a long, long time for some of you. And this is going to be a good thing. It is going to, I'm feeling overall, you are going to rise up within your financial realm, we'll say. And you were down here, you're going to rise up, and you're going to plateau in a place. You'll go higher than that, but you'll never go below this new place that you've achieved. It's like you paid your dues, you've worked hard, you've gotten your bank account where you want it to be, and no matter what goes on from here on out, and you know this, it'll never go below that amount. It'll go up and it might come back down. There'll be dry periods, slow periods, but you're never going to go. You're always going to maintain this level, which is going to give you a lot of inner peace, mental peace, because it's going to bring security to you. You're going to know, well, I know that this is what I have, no matter what. Anything else on top of that is a bonus now. Yeah, that wonderful feeling, the world is your oyster. What a beautiful, beautiful feeling that would be. Keywords: success, completion, celebration, beginnings, travel, motivation, and renewal. Renewal. That's a key word. The vortex is in your hearth, your home. Temptation. This card normally comes up as affairs of the heart. That's the common meaning of this card. Affairs of the heart. A feeling of being trapped as well by your job or financial contracts or love or even lust. Feeling trapped by all these things. For somebody out there, you could be feeling as well, you're like caught up in the vortex. So you're feeling like your life is out of control. You have no control over what is going on in your life. That is how somebody out there is feeling. This feeling of loss, and it's like, this is a wake-up call, okay? Spirit is bringing this to you. If you look outside the whirlpools here that these two are caught up in, there's calm waters. Very, very calm. It's easier to get out of and move through than you think it is. When it feels like everything's falling apart around you. For those, the shock going through finding out that maybe your mate has had an affair and you have no control. You can't control another human being, and you're realizing this. For some of you, the other side of the coin, so says Tarot, you could be feeling an attraction to something, and if it's not something, then it's someone that is no good for you. They're just no good for you in the bigger picture. They're not going to serve you any good purpose in your life. That's all you need to know. Some of you, this card also highly represents addictions to substances and sometimes to love itself. There have been many movies made about that kind of a thing. People addicted to love. As soon as the normalcy of the relationship starts to shift into that normal area of what a couple is, those type of people, that's when they panic and they go, no, 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 no. They never want that honeymoon period to end. The self-discovery, the discovery of the other person, getting to know each other, that whole honeymoon period, once that's over, for some people, it's not everybody. It's just I don't know what the odds would be, but it wouldn't be very many people that feel this way. Most people, when they hit a certain age, are looking for a long-term relationship, such as marriage, whatever. But there's some people, they have to have the honeymoon period. Once it starts to wane off a little bit, they're no longer interested. It creates problem for themselves. They're in love with the idea, excuse me, of being in love. They're in love with the idea of being in love. That's not good. That's an illusion, is what it is. And if you feel and discover your parts of your life are suffering through an illusion right now, sometimes it's hard to tell what's real and what's not real. If your life is, if your cup of life is overflowing with drama, you know, when's it going to end? That's what I'm hearing. When's it going to end? Somebody's saying that. When is this going to end? It's going to be an up and down November for you water signs. I can tell you that. There's this going on. I know I use this a lot, but it's just the way the days and the weeks will go. Be up and then be down, then be level periods, and you think you're through it, and all of a sudden, boom, or down. Emotional roller coaster. There's some growth going on, though, through the establishment is the word I'm hearing. Things are becoming more established through the month of November for some of you. The security of knowing your financial end of things is getting better. It is improving. That's always a good thing. But anybody that feels like, when you're honest with yourself, you know that something's all just an illusion. Relationships, this kind of a thing, it's all an illusion. You can break free anytime you really want to. That's what the bottom line comes down to, is taking control of your own destiny, your own life. The advice of the card: it will be easier than you think to end or break agreements or habits. Just do it. And don't let anybody dictate to you who you are. It's time to take back your power. Anybody going through addictions or breaking off bad relationships or bad work relationships or in a bad situation, if you actually break through it, it's going to give you a real rush of power. You'll feel good about yourself. You say, if I got through that and I'm okay, I can do anything. Oh my God, I feel like I can do anything. It's very empowering. Keywords are choices and contracts, control, power, affairs, restrictions, and addictions. Your challenges for the month of November. The Knight of Wands activity. Excuse me, it's getting late here. Oh my gosh. The yawns. Yeah, no wonder. There's no more waiting when this card shows up. No more talk. The walk is starting. Action followed by, declaration is one thing, but to see the action followed up behind it, it's a fantastic thing. There's going to be a lot of that. You're going to get a sudden energy boost as well from unexpected opportunities and offers. It's going to be busy. It's going on for a lot of the signs right now. Anyways, it's a busy. November's going to be busy, 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 busy. No doubt about it. Emails, phone calls, decisions to make. Some of you may be making some progress within the family structure. I'm hearing blended families are reaching a peaceful point, a point of agreement. It's going to help keep the peace. Somebody may be moving during the month of November. Moving house. It comes right off the card here. Travel for some. Relationships being highlighted for November. I sensed that right from the start. Fast movement again. The advice is to look at which will benefit you for your time and your effort. Make your decisions carefully. Is something that you need to think about. Freedom, fact, and movement a part of the advice of this card as well. You can do with those little hints what you will. Your keywords are energy and movement, focus, passion, balance, communications, relationship. Somebody may move so fast on the action that it could leave your head spinning. It's like nothing happened and then all of a sudden everything's happening all at once. Isn't that always the way? We go through these lulls in our days, our months, our weeks, and nothing's happening, and all of a sudden, that's what this card, that's what I'm getting off of this. Boom. It's all happening at the same time, and you can barely keep up. You can barely catch your breath. But it's exciting. I'm sensing that for you. Water signs, that it is an exciting month for November. There's going to be some developments that are going to last into the new year. The last card, your message from Spirit, is a 5 of Cups and a sadness. And I just heard somebody needs to learn to let go. And that's where the sadness is coming from. Somebody is holding on to something, and you need to learn to let go. This could be, so says tarot, could be the loss of a relationship, the loss of a job, or due to bereavement as well. Unexpected break from a person, an unexpected break from a job. That's going to leave you feeling very confused, bereft, kind of grief-stricken, the shock of it all. Something coming at you out of left field, and it's leaving you feeling very, very sad. For some of you, this is just it's not simple. You're unable to let go of your past. Some of you are haunted by guilt and regret. And there's nothing you can do about it. You feel guilty to the day you die. Regret will eat you up before cancer would. Like, regret's such a horrible, horrible, horrible thing to experience. You need to find a way to, you gotta find a way to let go. Whatever it is that you're holding on to. Water signs. Whatever it is, you need to get past it. It's held you hostage long enough. Look at it that way. You're being held hostage by something. You need to learn a way to release it and let it go into the past where it belongs. Do not allow it into the now or into your future. There's going to be some shifting going on there with some people. Maybe one or two of you, that might be about it. The advice of the card is to look for and accept any support that is offered to you. The situation is not as hopeless as you may think it is. You will heal. The day's going to come, you will heal. You'll get tired of it. The depression, the blues, the preoccupation of your mind over something in the past, you'll get tired of it after a while. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be when you wake up. And there's nobody out there in the world you're going to be more mad at than yourself for the time wasted on it. Keywords: unhappiness, dejection, negative thoughts, confusion, hurt, disruption, feelings of abandonment, feeling alone in the world, feeling all alone in the world. Tarot's acknowledging that somebody's going to end up feeling like that. I just feel alone in the world. Like I'm alone in this, alone in a situation. You didn't expect that, but somebody's finds themselves alone in a situation, and it doesn't feel justified at all. It's a horrible feeling for you. But these are things you're going to have to work through in November. Okay, so what I pulled here for you is the 8 of Cups for you water signs. And this is from the Green Witch Tarot. Everything, every piece, every detail in this card is symbolized. There's a symbolism for it. I'm still getting to know this deck. I'll be glad when I get used to it, because there's, some people say, well, they're all the same, just different artwork. No, they're not. I go through my books that I keep a hold of my books, and they all differ, and they sway a little bit differently from each other, which makes them unique and makes them, well, the Green Witch or the Oceanic or Tarot, these things. But anyway, so that's what we got. We got the 8 of Cups and a turning point. This card is represented basically by a turning point. There could be a change of plans for some of you,
advancement for others. Your social patterns are about to change as well. For those of you that are, whatever your social pattern is now, expect the opposite of that. If you're a really busy person, things are going to slow down. If you're a pretty slow, steady person, you just kind of go with the things could pick up real quick and you have no control over that. It's the way things are unfolding because stuff is happening in a good way. This is a great card to have as an overall significator. Some of you will be starting to walk down a new path in your life. Well, there you go. There you go, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I hope that resonated with some of you. I hope that it helped. I hope it meant something. A complex month. That's what I'm hearing for the water signs. The month of November, it could be complex, but busy, busy, busy. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on in November. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed that. Now, we're going to move on to the very last element, and that'll be the element of fire, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. And now for the element of fire. That is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. You are the last element to be read in this reading. Certainly not the last. You're not the least. You want to make sure that the home fires keep burning, eh? Okay. Tell you what I'm really missing in this whole elemental reading is my music. The reason I stopped the music is because it wasn't copyright or anything like that. That was the problem. Problem is that when you do use music that's copyrighted, but they still allow you to use it, the viewers, depending on what you use to view the readings with, it won't play on some mobile devices. So I don't think that's fair, so I got rid of the music so that everybody gets the benefit from the reading. But there's just this. I've got the surf out there. I suppose nature's music. We've had quite the storm here today. The surf is still kicking up, but I miss the music. This is for fire. The element of fire. Here's your cards. First card in your overall energy is the Seven of Wands, and it's all about endurance. Your second card, your finances and your wealth. Page of Wands, creativity. Your health, your hearth, your home, your family, anything to do with love. You got the Tower, it's about destruction. Don't panic now. We always get something good out of that card. Okay, so your challenges for the month of the High Priestess, intuition. I just heard right off, you need to be accountable for what you ignore, what you turn away from. You need to be held accountable for that. You need to be. That just came right up. That's for somebody. Not taking responsibility. Your last card, your message from Spirit. What is going on here? Loss. Seven of Swords. I can cover loss in many different areas in a person's life, so. Without having an avalanche here. Alright. Okay. Seven of Wands, endurance. There's going to be, for somebody, so says tarot, a dispute over territory. Now, territory covers many different areas. Doesn't mean just terra firma, property. It could be job territory, the hierarchy within the family, territory in that way. Yes, it could be related to gangbusters as well. Some of you may have to fight for your relationships right now. Your integrity is going to be called into question. You're experiencing, for some of you, going to be experiencing some direct resistance from others to your plans. Somebody not liking what it is you've got planned. They don't want you going through with it and carrying it through. They're trying to put blocks up there. You may find yourself defending another person as well, or some of you could be speaking on the behalf of a group of other people. You'll be representative of this group. It could be a community thing. That's what I'm hearing overall. The advice is to communicate clearly and then negotiate. So when you're in a negotiating, for some of you, you will find yourself there. You'll be sitting at a table with negotiations going around. Everybody has to bring everything they have out onto the table. They can't hold back. Everybody's got to lay everything out. Once everybody has come clean and everything is out on the table and there's no more surprises, then that's the time to negotiate, because it's the playing field has been leveled, so you're going to be in a better place to be negotiating with these other people. Whatever this is over, I have no idea. I'm not getting anything on it. I just know that that's what's going to happen to somebody. When you're pushed to stand your ground, take the higher moral ground. Always take the higher moral ground. That's where your integrity is being watched as well. But your endurance and your courage are going to be very, very strong. You will meet with success. You may not think that at first. It's not going to come easy to you to win in anything in November, especially these things that are highlighted. They're really important. It's not going to come without fight and without work, blood, sweat, and tears. All right, you'll be giving a piece of yourself in order to get in the success mode and coming out the winning end. Your keywords are defense and resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resistance. All right, and you do resist, and you'll have the endurance to resist and take the higher moral ground. Don't be swayed. Don't let anybody else impress upon you their own things of which they think that you should do. No, don't do that. Okay. Your finances and your wealth is the Page of Wands. It's all about creativity. When this page shows up, for those of you new to tarot pages, are all about deliverers and bearers of messages. This page in particular has a very robust personality. He's very charming. He's very magnetic. He's funny. He's cute. He brings you great news about creative projects. He brings great news to others about your travel plans, and for some, it's new work on the horizon. He also reveals a fun flirtation as well. That's the essence that he carries with him. He's very much that way. Also, for some of you, you could be meeting and engaging under the influence of another creative person who is involved in the arts, a writer, a dancer, an actor, a musician, anything along that line as far as the arts go. You could be as well returning to older talents from the past or beginning new ones and fostering them and putting that extension into your life. It's another extension of who you are. This one's a little different than the other extensions, like your job, your family, your friends, your hobbies. This is different because this brings out the inner you that nobody knows or ever sees. You have a talent, and you've never been one to share that out there, and you know you're good. You know you are, and you've been hiding it all this time. You're going to be bringing that forward, and that's a little nerve-wracking because now people are seeing what's going on inside of you. What is it that's inside? They're all seeing. It's like you're turning yourself inside out for the world. You're bearing your soul, and that's what this is all about. That's for somebody out there. So you're rediscovering your own talents. The advice is now is the time to express yourself. Your keywords are messages, travel, news, communications, new work, expression, transition, entertainment. Somebody, this is work related. And the talent thing, this could be financially lucrative for you as well. But now's the time you need to express yourself. The more you do, the more real you are, the more true you are, the more purist you are to your craft, the better it's going to work for you in the long run. This is going to lead to new work, transition. It's amazing. It's going to make a big difference financially and in other ways as well. In your hearth and your home is the Tower, and it is in this deck, it's a ship caught in a perfect storm rather than the Tower itself. But it's the same metaphors are all the way through this. And this except this card, I always relate it to the perfect storm. For some of you, you may feel like everything has gone out of control. You don't have control over anything. And everything seems to be happening quite fast. The card is here to tell you to accept the change that chaos brings. It brings a breakthrough for some. And for others, you're going to be seeing the world in a whole different light. Epiphanous moments going off. Changing your way of thinking about some certain things. Your belief system changes on certain things, on nature, spirituality. These things come to the forefront. There's some transitions going on there. You're looking at things in a whole different way. You never ever thought that you would before. It's very strange. Somebody could be having some issues with their property at this time as well. And you may be feeling challenges to your own security. And also with your relationships, there could be some insecure feelings going on there as well. And you're feeling like your finances are somewhat vulnerable because of this, especially if you are going through some kind of separation or breakup. It is going to affect your world financially. Those two things go hand in hand. Right in the middle of the month too is what I'm hearing. But you're feeling vulnerable overall, really. The advice of this card, though, here's what you need to do, because some of you are going to get really overwhelmed and you're going to feel lost because you can't seem to get a grip or get a hold on things. You need to give up control completely. Okay, when you're feeling that lost, and all you're going to do is just keep tripping over your own feet, you need to pull back a little bit. You need to give it up to the universe, put it in the hands of the Creator, whatever way you want to define that, giving up control and leaving it somewhere, and putting trust. I'll use just the universe, for example, putting trust into the universe and destiny and karma. All those things go hand in hand. But you're so overwhelmed, you just keep messing things up, and you're afraid you're going to make things worse, and you don't know how to get things to go the way they should be going. You're completely walking in the dark. The want to is there to make things better, but you don't know where to begin. Then you need to put it into the hands of the universe. You just tell the universe, I'm leaving it with you. I'm going to let fate and destiny take over here, and I will follow wherever I'm led, because I can't find my way out on my own. So you need to give it up. Once you give it up, you're releasing that stress, and your faith, just put more faith into the universe. It's all going to work out for you. Just don't become your own worst enemy is what I'm hearing. That's all that's coming through on this card for you. The High Priestess, this is your, this is your challenges for the month of November. And what did I say when you've got to take full responsibility for things that are going on around you. You can't stick your head in the sand and say, well, I didn't know, I didn't see. Nobody asked me. Making excuses for not stepping forward. I don't like this, what I'm feeling for you guys. I'm not liking this at all. You really need to, because I'm feeling that, and this is more than one or two. This is a few of you fire signs that you're not taking the responsibility you need to take. I don't know how that plays out in everybody else's different areas. I'm not pulling that. It's not coming through. But there's things that are going on, and you're going on, and you're just walking through your life, doodly, 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 do. You're putting your own needs before anybody else's, and that's okay, but don't go to the extreme. When you see somebody that needs help, you do what you can to help. But you can't turn your head the other way, knowing something's going on down here, and you're expected to do something. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. Some of you are doing that. That's not a really nice thing to be doing. It really isn't. What if it were you? What if it was working the other end of the scale on you and against you? That's just not right. You think you can turn to some place or somebody for help, and all of a sudden they're like, well, I can't this because I this, I that, I. They're basically saying, I'm not helping you. I'm sorry. You have to find another way. I'm hearing cold and callous as well. Wow. Again, with the infinity symbol, I always relate that to decisions made at this time during these challenging times during the month of November are going to be far-reaching into your future. They're going to last for a long time, but this is a teaching card. This is a spiritual guide. All right, your challenges are lying in here. You need to be ready now to open up spiritually. Some of you should be looking at taking some educational courses where you're learning. So you know you don't walk this trail all by yourself. You're not alone. But you are going to be encouraged to be spending a lot more time alone for the next little while so that you get to know yourself a little bit better than you do. There may be a secret around you at this time as well. Somebody could take you into their confidence and share this secret with you. So, you're asked to keep your thoughts and your opinions and your feelings to yourself. Whoever's taking you into their confidence, somebody is sharing. There's something that's common knowledge, but yet it's a secret. Everybody knows. It's like the elephant in the room. There's a big pink elephant in the room. Everybody's going about their business. And nobody dares mention, does anybody else see the elephant? It's a metaphor, right? Does anybody else see that elephant in the room? And everybody's turning around. They're like, no, I don't see anything. I don't see anything at all. That's not really good. But with some of you as well at this time, when you're taken into the confidence, you need to keep your thoughts and your feelings to yourself just now. You need to take time to work out any uncertainty. Try to put most of your focus during the month of November into your spiritual interests and try to foster them and make them grow, and listen to your own intuition. Be accountable, all right? You listen to your gut. When your gut's telling you one thing, don't ignore it. You got to follow through with it, all right? If you see something wrong, you need to do something about it. Your intuition is singing because it is meant for you to be the one to fix this, to be the one to investigate this. Whatever you see that's being done wrong. Any injustices, you need to go right in after them. And fire signs are like that anyways. They'll throw themselves right in. You guys don't need to be told that. But there's going to be situations like that that are coming up through November. You do need to hear that. Yeah. Visions and dreams are coming to the forefront. Secrets as well. These are your keywords. Your last card in this November reading is the Seven of Swords. It represents loss, and this is the Thief card of the tarot. These major cards are pulling up here. They're really coming out with something, eh? We had the heartbreak card. We had the other one. I can't remember now. But anyway, this is the thief card. So it says tarot. Something is being taken from you. Some of you are already suspicious of what's about to come. I just heard job related. Your job's being removed and taken from you. You've seen the signs. You've been picking up on the different energies and vibrations. You knew this was coming before anybody else did. Also at this time, trust your intuition. Do not trust anybody that brings you paperwork or gives you offers. You need to check out all the details before you agree to anything with anybody. I just heard a bridge. The bridging together of one side to another. Building a bridge, metaphorically, between yourself and something else, someplace else, someone else. Just came real strong. Building a bridge. Connecting. Connecting the gap. No more gap. But you got to be careful to what you agree to. Take extra care of your possessions as well. Protect yourself from people draining your energies. Don't let anyone steal the light that's in you, because we can let. I've gotten this several times, I think, with overwhelming people trying to influence you, push you around, this sort of thing. That's no. You have to be on top of that. You got to take extra care of that, and you got to learn how to put yourself first, and just know where your line is, your cutoff line is. Like, only put up with so much, only take so much. You're not going to go over that line, and you're not letting them come over that line. You're gonna lay down the law. All right. There's this thing called personal space, right? I was out with a friend. I think it was Friday. And we went into one of those thrift stores, and I love. You see my lights behind me? There was like 4 rolls of those for like $2 a piece. I seen them, I grabbed them. I was like, they're so hard to find where I live. They're very hard to find. And I love them. I can't have enough of them at Christmas time. So we were bending down, and my friend was with me, and she's got an armful of these rolled lights. So I'm taking them, and we're finding the prong end and plugging them into the wall to make sure they work before I purchase them. And so I was bent over. I'm talking about personal space here, and it really hit a nerve with me. I'm very patient with people, but for some reason there was no call for this. So I'm bent over, and I said, "There, they all work." And I went to straighten up like this, and there was an elderly woman, very tall and thin. She was tall, and she was literally, if I turned my face would have ran into hers. She was that. My friend that was with me said, I was watching her, and I couldn't figure out what the hell she was doing. Why was she on top of you like that? And people don't know personal space. I don't care how old you are. There are some elderly people, I hope I don't get this way, but they think they have a sense of entitlement, that they can do what they want. I don't know what, that was creepy. That was just creepy, really. I don't even want to think about it. It's kind of creeping me out a little bit that somebody did that. She'd been a man. Yeah, it would have been played out a little bit differently. But there's just this thing about, don't let other people walk in on your life. I had a private reading the other night, and this person is being oppressed by their mate. And I said, well, and I'm saying it to you guys the same. There's nothing worse than having regrets in this life. All right? You don't want to be on your deathbed and be laying there feeling full of regrets that you didn't do the things that you felt passionate to do, your callings, things that you knew you should have done, because one other human being told you weren't doing it. You couldn't do that. Is that what you really want? Nobody wants that. Can you imagine how that feels? It's too late to do anything about it now, but you realize I let one other human being stop me from doing the things that I wanted to do. that I love to do, that I felt called to do. One person said, no, you can't do that, and I didn't have the gumption to fight back. You don't want that regret. You need to live. You need to live now. Don't let people drain your energies. Don't let them take anything like that from you. Be on your guard. Protect your assets. Examine the motives of others. No better advice there from the cards. Always examine the motives of others. If somebody seems a little bit too involved with what you're doing, too happy about what you got to ask yourself, because your instincts tell you why. It's nice that they're here and they're helping. Why are they so excited? What does this mean to them? What are they getting out of it? This is going to be a really rock. I'm finding that for all you guys, anyways. All the elements. It's I don't know. November, boy, oh boy. Your keywords are theft, negative people. Oh God, I just felt boom, boom with the negative people. Get them out of your life. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Listen to your intuition. Feelings of mistrust come up. Decisions and protection. But if your spidey senses are tingling that something's wrong or you're about to lose something, because this is a strong card for that, then you really need to listen to those intuitions, okay? You need to listen to your intuition, your gut feeling. I don't care what it is. Spidey senses, whatever. You need to pay up. You got to take responsibility for what's going on around you. All right, so let's get your significator. And what I pulled from you from the Green Witch Tarot is the Seven of Wands. These cards are beautiful. The details are amazing. I love the fireplace in this. You can see that she's putting these rods up on the wall, knives, whatever they are. She's awful close to that fire. Look at that. And there's a scene out through the window. These cards are amazing. It's just beautiful. So, when we have the Seven of Wands here, taking the advantage comes to mind. Defending your position, having courage, beating the odds because you had the courage to go through something. Trust your instincts, your intuition. Take control if you want to have success. And facing other things that have been holding you back, but there is this period of healing. Take advantage of any opportunities that are going to come your way. Don't hesitate to do that. Again, coming with the feeling of it, with the Seven of Swords, the feeling of somebody taking something from you. All right, you need to be on top of that. That's a lot of what this card brings. You need to put things back into order. It's just that simple. You're going to beat the odds, and you're going to meet with success for the most part, providing you put in the effort. You can't sit back and say, oh, miracle's going to happen for me. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, wow, guys, this has been a little easier for me doing this, but happy Samhain, happy Halloween, whatever else you like to call it, happy harvest, end of harvest. The clocks will be changing soon. We'll be getting thrown into the long periods of darkness and the shorter periods of the daylight. And it's adjustment for everybody, but we're coming into, and then, we do this, and then we have, for us in our part of the world, we do Christmas, and that's a celebration of abundance, of the harvest that we are going through now. It is the time of joy and of giving. It's of love and tolerance. Well, we'll talk about that when December gets here. But November, nobody's getting out unscathed on this one, guys. Anyways, for those of you that are new, if you like this reading, you'd like to have something specific for you, I do offer that service. The information is found down below this video window in the Show More section. Please read through once. Grab my email that you see there, and I'll get you taken care of, usually 24 to 48 hours. Bay of Fundy Fortunes can be found also on Blogspot and on Google and in Facebook. Under the groups, it's Bay of Fundy Fortunes under group, and it is a closed and private group. If you'd like to join us there, you're more than welcome. It's just a great place to be, especially on a night like this. Ooh, we're into 2:30 a.m. and it's All Hallows Eve. Wow. It's the last day of October. Enjoy it. Live it. Put on your crash helmets and your safety vest. Tie yourself down. Tether yourself. Because I tell ya, it's going to be a wild, wild night. Anyways, I'm signing off for now. If anybody's looking for me, you can find me right here in Bay of Fundy Fortunes or walking on the beach down below along the water's edge that hold the mightiest tides in the whole planet, the beautiful and bountiful Bay of Fundy. This is my piece of driftwood that I found about 2 or 3 Sundays ago. And he's a humpback. And that's the whale that's been out there in the bay and it's been calling. This was a weird day to find this. I had no longer been thinking about him. I no sooner been wondering if he was still around. Really looks like a humpback there. And anyways, I found this, and wasn't even 10 minutes later, I could hear the whale calling from way out in the bay. That was a special moment, let me tell you. There was something going on there, that's for sure. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. Peace in, everybody. I'll be back to do the weeklies. Don't worry about that. We'll get the weeklies, and I won't be doing elements for the weeklies. We'll do each sign, all 12. This just gave me a bit of a break anyway, doing the one video. So, peace in, as always, first, so that you can share the love and the joy out. And if you're looking for me and I'm not here, it can be found down below along the water's edge. As I said, the chances are you're going to catch me. You're going to catch me waiting on the next high tide. Thank you very much for being here, and good night.